Growing Up on a Farm in Kentucky. Stories by Stan Schmidt. Episode 6. Dollars and Belts.
Since my mother was taken out of school in the 6th grade, she always wanted to. When she first moved to Louisville from southern Indiana on the farm, she got a job working for a doctor. And she cleaned the house and things like that. And she realized, hey, this doctor makes a lot of money because he has an education. And I didn't get any education, but my kids are going to get an education. So she was real big on studying and education. And if we ever skipped school or anything like that, we were in big trouble. Got hit with the belt a few times on the way in the door from playing hooky once. All 5 of us were playing pool at 2 miles up the road at the neighbor's farm. And when we came in at 5 o'clock, she was like, where were you? You get in here. And as soon as each one of us walked through the door, we got hit by the belt. And then that was the negative encouragement to study. And then the positive was that if you got an A in any subject, you got $1. So when she started that, my younger brothers were, there were 3 or 4 of us in high school at the same time, let's say that. And she applied it to grade school too. So my 2 younger brothers, Steve and John, were getting a lot of A's and making $1 every time. And my brother Frank was like, he wanted to be on top of everything. He's quite a bit like my grandson Aiden. Everything was his idea. He wanted to get praise for everything. Well, at this time, he was running around with his wild friends and didn't want to study and we had levels, 6 different levels in our high school. And you could be at the top level, where you would get harder courses, or the bottom level where you had easier courses. And he was at the 2nd level, because we came from a pretty poor grade school and we had to work our way up. Most of us came in at the 2nd or 3rd level, and we worked our way up pretty quickly to the top level. But my oldest brother wanted the principal he actually talked to the principal and wanted him to move him down a level so he could have it easier and run around and drink and do all the things he did with his friends. And the principal came and talked to my mother and said, we need to move him up to the highest level. He's bored. Instead of moving him down, they moved him up. And when he realized how well my younger brothers were doing, he started studying for earnestly. The first time in his life, last 2 years of high school, he started studying and ended up getting a scholarship like the rest of us did, because we didn't have any money. And there were a lot of scholarships in those days. And if you worked hard, you could get them. And it ended up that all 5 of us got scholarships for all of our colleges, basically free college at some top schools. And then most of us got scholarships we all did, for graduate school too. And my mother's dreams, I guess, were coming true. That's probably what kept us all together, is that my parents had strong dreams and they stuck with them. And if you see them coming true, that makes you want to keep working towards those dreams. So out of my 5 brothers, there were 2 became lawyers. One became a top-notch Louisville lawyer, and the other one became a big New York lawyer. And they're paid very good money. I had 2 brothers that became teachers in college, professors, And I became a chemist at a pharmaceutical company in Pennsylvania.
Your sister got scholarships too, right?
My sister was the valedictorian of our high school class. But she had, that's another story.
Yeah, we can get to that another time. Smart family.
Yeah.
What'd your mom do at your graduation ceremonies? Was she there for all those?
Oh, yeah. She was there. Although my two youngest brothers, there had been so many graduations in the family that they skipped their high school and I think college graduations, just went on to graduate school. This totally didn't go. Didn't bother with them.
Your brothers didn't go?
My two youngest brothers,
That's funny.
Steve and John, they just skipped it.
I guess they knew what to expect with all of your
Yeah,
graduations.
they had been to them before and they're like,
They feel like they already experienced
They weren't
it.
required to go, so they didn't go.
Right.
And we all got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of scholarships for graduate school, which kept my mother pretty happy, even though she wasn't happy with everything else we did. But we managed to get by.